Ken O'Brien of California Davis.
Obviously, the Jets know something that, the people up there don't.
Fullback, Roger Vick, Jeff Lageman.
Jets just don't understand the dress all back.
Blair Thomas, running back, Penn State. Johnny Mitchell. The New York Jets select tight end from Penn State, Kyle Brady. Vernon Golson.
Cleveland's traded the 5th pick to the New York Jets. And with the 5th pick in the 2009 NFL Draft, New York Jets select Mark Sanchez.
D. Milner. Dino Smith. Jets select quarterback Christian Hackenberg.
Sam Darnold.
The New York Jets select Zach Wilson.
Future Pro Bowler, Elijah Moore.
Michael Carter, running back.
Yeah! Here we are, Dom C. We are back for the final 10 o'clock mock.
Yeah,
2024 season. I'm a bit sad, I must admit, but I'm also a bit excited, relieved, happy. All those things, mixed emotions. How are you, Dom C?
I'm good, man. I'm good. It's such an exciting week for all the draft nuts and Jets fans and so on and so forth. But I'd be lying if I didn't say it's a little bittersweet. The last Monday 10 o'clock mock of the year. So it's a little somber over here.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's part of the deal, It's like, we get to this, especially recently. I've been talking about it maybe a little too much, but this will go as well. I'm just, I gotta say, this year more than any other, I'm oversaturated with all the mocks. It seems like everybody and their mother has checked in with a mock or 12. And it's like, and most of the mocks, as you know, there's 4 or 5 players that ever get picked at 10 for us. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know.
Oh my God, the Knicks just took the lead.
Oh my God.
Yeah. They just took the freaking lead. I don't know how that happened. I missed it.
That's right. Well, that's what's going on. New York sports is live, in full effect. Hey, want to say hello to Gator McCluskey. He's out there doing Gator McCluskey things. You know what I mean?
Gator, what's up, man?
Yeah, our buddy Bradigan's got 102 fever, but he's here, dude.
That's a trooper right there.
That's right. It's the way it goes. We're drunk with our Jets insanity, Dom. That's the way it goes. So Steven says the intro is painful. You know what's funny? When I made that, Steven, the last 3 picks were Zach Wilson, Elijah Moore, and Michael Carter in that intro. I had 0 reservations that this was they're at the end, and because it's like a new era. Not that I was the biggest Zach Wilson guy, as you know, but I thought all right, Zachy, Elijah Moore, Michael Carter, we're a new offensive, I believed it was going to be the first of a positive wave. Not the case. Michael Carter, Elijah Moore, and Zachy Poo are gone, baby. What do you think of that, Dom? I mean, are you happy? I mean, you said in the last stream.
Yeah, listen, I meant what I said, and I turned the page on Zach Wilson. I fought the good fight, man. I fought and I stood up for him and I defended him, and it got to a point where it was indefensible. So I've turned the page on Zach, but I'm not gonna lie, that draft class and the remnants of that draft class is a little bit disappointing. It's a little bit disappointing because that was the one, that really we're ready to, construct a statue of Joe Douglas. Do you remember? Is it going to be bronze or is it going to be marble?
Yeah, you know what's funny about that? I didn't necessarily feel you know what? You want to know the the player that kind of pushed it over, and I was like, okay. Interestingly enough, was getting Kenny Yeboah as an undrafted free agent. I'm like, oh, they're on to something now, baby. Like that, I swear to God. You know how many DMs and shit I got? Because I was like, from like the third round, I was like, Yeboah, Yeboah,
Yeah.
Yeboah, Yeboah.
Yeah.
And they make it all the way to the undrafted free agents. And they grabbed them. The first free agent they grabbed, if I remember correctly. You know, I got, I don't know, at least 50 without exaggeration, DMs and shit, texts and oh my God. I was like, yeah, this is great. But I did like, I was not an Elijah Moore guy, but I didn't dislike Elijah Moore. I just honestly, I thought he was going, you know, mid to late first. I just didn't see him as one of our guys. I wanted a bunch of other guys there. But I thought, hey, man, wow, squeezing out Elijah Moore there. That's a pretty good value. And then Michael Carter in the fourth, I thought was good value as well. And I liked that they went 4 offensive players in that draft consecutively to start the draft. But that's somebody who's aware of our deficiency. Got a quarterback, got an offensive lineman, got a wide receiver, got a running back. I'm like, okay, you know, this GM is on to something. But I didn't love the rest. You know what I mean? I was like, well, who the hell is
Michael Carter second? You didn't love, or in hindsight,
I didn't hate.
Yeah,
but I didn't love, and I didn't love Pinnock. I didn't.
Yeah, Pinnock. I didn't know. Pinnock. I didn't know a lot about. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, truth be told, Eccles. I didn't know a lot about.
Right.
Truth be told, Nasruddin. We all loved.
Nasruddin, I thought was the gem.
Yeah, 6th round. We were talking about him in the second.
He
in
was
the second round pick.
He was being discussed as a second round pick. We got him in the 6th, and I thought, come on. I thought he was this year's Bryce Hall.
Yeah, yeah.
But hey, you know, hey, I'll tell you what, the 2022 class is legit. Last year, we don't know. I mean, we love Tippmann. We don't know what's going to happen with the rest of the fellas, but you know, who knows? I mean, McDonald, I don't think anybody's arguing that McDonald's a good player. It was the position, right? But I want to just say RB Gamer gifting 5 Stream Beaner memberships. Look at that. Look at that. So M. Roman, Mitt Flair, Red John, Gator McCluskey, Infrared, and RB Gamer. Or RB Gamer did it. So all you guys get a free Stream Beaner membership. Enjoy the emojis. I will show you right now my favorite. Here it is. Boop, bop, beep, bop. There it is. Take that, stick it right up your wazoo, and enjoy. I need now I need like 3 more, and I can add another emoji that I have on deck. So anyway, tonight, guys, what we're gonna do, and I have to admit, I'm a little slap happy. We just did 2 hours, full first round mock. Tigo, O'Leary, you, myself, Ryan, and Jeremy. We did a full first round mock on Talking Jets for the last couple of hours. So we're over here now, and I'll tell you what that did. It bled into my nap time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got a long couple days coming up, man. So
me too.
I feel you.
I got a long couple days, buddy. Interviews and all kinds of stuff, and in services, and then driving up to New York, and then obviously the mock. But I am so excited about the draft party. So it's all positive, but I'm tired. So we're going to do a thing tonight, guys, where we're not going to give you the opportunity to vote on one draft, but we are going to give you the sole opportunity on another draft. So it's going to be you guys versus the great Dom C and GreenBean. And then at the end of the night, we'll see whose is better. We will objectively and honestly vote on who pulled off a better draft. And we'll see how it goes. But RB Gamer, you're the man, dude. Thank you so much for showing everybody in the chat some love. You know, I just got to say, I thoroughly appreciate and respect the chat. Like honestly, and RB Gamer is a beanbagger as well. And the support is amazing. And you guys are the shit. Truly, I just can't say it enough.
It's the truth. It sounds hokey, but it's the guys who come and watch these, you know, all 224 of you that are watching the stream right now and get involved in the chat is really like the fuel for the fire that makes me want to keep talking about this stuff and, you know, abusing myself to this thing we call Jets fandom time after time after time. I mean that wholeheartedly.
Yeah, for sure. So Dom, why don't you get the mocks up and I'll tell everybody the rules. So tonight is as our final mock, our final 10 o'clock mock of the 2024 season. Again, it's going to be the chat versus Dom and I. We'll do 2 mocks. And the way that it goes is that you will get 90 seconds to vote for each pick. Dom and I are obviously going to have to inject some players there. So there's a little bit of influence from us. We're going to try to be as, you know, realistic and put the right positions up there for you guys as we can. But you will vote for one, and Dom and I will discuss and pick another. And so that's how it's going to go. Remember, guys, we got the real draft in a couple days. Lots of stuff coming out, lots of information, it could be smoke, it could be real. We don't know, but use it. Use all the stuff coming out to guide your hand. And let's see how it goes. We don't know if we're going to take a tackle or a weapon. I heard the Jets are all in on weapons. Hackett came out today and said, we're all good on O-line. I mean, what is that? Did they even let the kids into the war room? I don't know. So we'll see, man. Kevin Callahan reminding everybody, smash those milk thumbs, everybody. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I've been hovering, Dom. I've been hovering at the same number for like 3 months. So
it's probably a lot more than I'm hovering at, man. So
well, that's inconsequential. The truth is that we're hovering. So we need to get some subscribers here. If you guys haven't subscribed, it's greatly appreciated, man. You know, truly, it helps the channel. So anywho, you guys are the best either way, but it is appreciated. So okay, let's get
rock
this
and roll.
All right, so do you have the other one up?
I do, but I got to go back and forth. So I'll show you this one. And
now it's gone.
No, that's okay because I can't share 2 at the same time. Remember,
that sucks the balls.
And there's the other one. Same exact setup.
Okay, so 7 rounds.
7 rounds. Jets are picked. The settings are all the same on both.
Okay, and
I'm going to go ahead and enter the draft. So
all
is
right,
this going to be ours, or is this going to be? We're going to give the honors to the chat.
Let's give the right exact. Well said. It's exactly how I wanted to say it. It's like opening the door for a lady. You know what I mean? Because that's how I view the chat. A beautiful
bunch of broads.
Bunch. I was gonna say it differently, chat. I was gonna say, you know, deserving of respect. But yes, a bunch of broads. We'll stick you guys in the first slot. So
I'll start it up.
Yeah, there you go. And I want to just mention Horatio Hornblower has a root canal scheduled for Thursday. Terrible timing.
Whoa,
terrible planning.
Horatio, you better call out sick on that.
That's right. Get it done and get to the draft, buddy. You know, I hope it goes well.
And here you go, chat. I'm starting you up. Boom, 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 boom.
All right. The Jets are up at 10.
Oh, my God. Look at this. Joe Walt is still on the freaking board. How did that happen?
All right. So we'll throw Joe Walt on there, of course. What's going on? Why can't because I have a poll up there. Hold on. Let me close the poll. I just said, do you think Zach Wilson is going to light it up with Peyton? 73% said no. 26% said yes. Yeah, it sounds about right. So, hey, let's see what Zach can do over there, you know?
So,
all right.
Interesting for what it's worth. Looks like PFF did a last week update on their rankings because there's guys in all sorts of different positions, which is good. It's good to change every so often. It's about time.
Right. I agree, man.
Yeah.
All right.
And
So we
and I do want to make note that PFF has also updated. If you guys see it here, let's see if I can make it bigger. Oop, oop, right there. 203 is now ours, courtesy of Zachy Poo.
Oh, I love it. It's very sexy. Instead of
I don't know how to make
256.
that. I don't know how to get that smaller though.
I'll do this.
There we go. Okay.
All right. So we got Joe Alt. Who else is there?
Man, let's look at the wide receiver room.
Odunze and Bowers are gone. Look at that. I
Yeah.
guess that's what happened.
Odunze and Bowers are gone. God, Bean, I gotta say, we might be not even needing a poll here for the chat. I'm just saying.
Well, we'll throw up Brian Thomas, right?
You can throw up Brian Thomas. I mean, I don't think you could put another alignment against Joe Walt.
You can.
I think you can. I think you can put Latham up there, but I don't think the chat's going to vote on that.
Well, who does the chat? You're Latham, and I like Latham more and more. But I think the chat would probably. Well, if we're gonna do that, we got to have another wide receiver.
Bean, I think we're going to kill 90 seconds here. I think Alt is a no-brainer for these guys. I'm looking at the chat right here. This might be.
I'm throwing it up. I got 3. So here
right.
we go. All right, guys. The poll is going up right now. I'm going to start the timer. That's my waiting for the timer music. Now.
Yeah, so I'm shocked and surprised that Joe Walt felt here. I'm not gonna lie.
All right, guys, you got a minute and 20 left, or a minute and 14 actually. Get your votes in, Sugar Plums, so we can see what's going on here. This is your the chat's draft. Okay. Oh, Ablab checking in. What's up, Ablab?
Hey.
He says the Knicks. What a crazy win. Yeah.
And I wasn't watching it, but I did have the updated ESPN on my phone. So it was 45 seconds and they were down 4, man. So I just kind of turned off the phone. Came back. That's exciting.
You know, I admittedly, I have been craving getting back into basketball for a few years now. And look, my team is the Nets.
Mm-hmm.
But I, for so long, the Nets were just hot garbage. So I leaned over to the Knicks. So the Patrick Ewing, Derek Mason, John Stark Knicks, Oakley. I was a huge fan.
Yeah.
Went to a dozen games in the Garden. Just some of the best fun I've had, ever attending sports games. But when I do get back in, I have to say I'm probably going to go Brooklyn, man. But I root for the Knicks. I don't have that, but I don't know. I just haven't had the time, Dom. It's hard. So the poll is done. I hope Ablab voted. Oh yeah, 90%. Joe Alt, everybody.
Yeah. So before we get into this, Bean, what I think might be easier is why don't we go through the chat's full draft and then we can flip over and do ours, or do you want to go back and forth? What do you prefer?
Oh, we can do that. That's fine.
Yeah. Let's do that. Joe Alt, you just made a bunch of Jets fans happy. Welcome to Florham Park, my friend.
Yeah. Joe Alt coming to town. Love it. Yeah, Alt is I understand the trade back. If Joe Alt is there at 10, you'd have to blow my doors off.
Yeah, true. And you guys are up here at 72. Just to let you know, there are 3 teams interested. If you want to go down to 88, 95, or 101, come out of the third round altogether. Probably not. But those 2 picks are interested. And let's look at the players that are available.
What's the teams?
The teams are the Green Bay Packers at 88.
All right. So Packers.
Kansas City.
88.
Yep. Kansas City 95.
Okay.
And Carolina at 101. But that's a 4th rounder. That's coming out of the 3rd round completely.
All right. All right, guys. I'm gonna put up a quick poll. Do you want to trade? I should have put a no trade up there. Fuck. I gotta end it. Let me do it again. Hold on. Ignore that one. Let me do it again. I have to add a no trade. All right. Trade at 72. So we had the
Packers at 88.
Oh, Packers at 88.
It was Packers at 88. It was Chiefs at 95. It was Carolina at 101. Or it's no trade.
No trade. Okay. It was Panthers.
Correct.
At 101. All right, guys, it's coming up. So we'll give you 90 seconds on this one. And see where it lands. And then if it doesn't land on a trade, then we will
Look to see who.
get you some players. So yeah, who's there?
So again, they mixed up and they updated their rankings. So you got a lot of defensive guys up here at the top now. You got Ruka Rojo.
Yeah,
You
but get them off.
Get the defense off.
Fuck those guys.
Listen, I listen. I know the chat's not going to go this way. This is their draft, but I'm telling you, Bean, I consider Spencer Rattler here.
No. Yeah, I'll tell you what I did consider though. Like if the Jets and a couple of mocks that I did when I gained a second, I took Tyler Newbin.
Yes. He's listen, there's a lot of the guys who do this for a living, the prognosticators. I've seen it a few times now. They maybe know something more than us, maybe they don't, but there's a lot of people that like, God bless, a lot of people that like Newbin. God bless you. He's my favorite safety, my safety one in the class. So
yeah, agreed.
I'd be okay with that too.
Agreed. Ricky from New York checking in. Trey Benson at 72.
God bless. That's enough.
Yeah, something's going on. Something's going on in the kitchen, and I don't know what's cooking. You know what that is?
You know who you bet, and I don't know. But look here, Bean. Look who else they upped the ante on. Look who's rising up the boards and is now a 3rd round pick in PFF.
Carson Steele.
Malik Washington.
That's right.
The one guy who, you know what? You have your guys every year, every draft cycle. There's always the guys who you start harping on right from the get-go. You know, it was a couple drafts ago. It was, who was the guy? It was Fryermuth, right? Fryermuth was one of your guys. Malik Washington has been every bit of that Beans guy this entire cycle. I'm talking since the fall, and man, people fall in love. People have fallen in love with him. I don't know how much you ever get onto those like Twitter Spaces if you ever listen when you're in downtime or whatnot.
Very rarely, unfortunately. You know what happens? A lot of them, when I jump on to listen, they invite me to speak.
Yeah.
And it's not that I it's not like, hey, I'm not speaking on that. It's just like I'm just here to listen. You know what I mean? So I feel like pressure, and a lot of it's my own doing, but it's like, I don't know.
Well, they had one this morning. I listened to one, the Jets commute. Shout out to PD Pablo. He does one in the morning, and it's perfect for me because I'm in the car ride. So I just listen. And it's just, a bunch of Jets talking. Sometimes I get up there and chat as well. And he had, I think it's Ryan Fowler on this morning from NFL, whatever. I forgot what publication he's with, and he talked about Tyler Newbin as well. Not Tyler Newbin, Malik Washington. He waxed poetic about Malik Washington.
Right. Well, you remember a couple weeks ago, I got my head chopped off for taking Malik Washington in the 3rd. Everybody's like, "That's fucking. You can get him in the 2nd, 4th." I'm like, Whatever is being said right now, he ain't making it. Now, if he does, it's possible. but
Yeah.
I'd be surprised. Anyway, Dom, we got a no trade on this one. So
Okay.
let's give them some players. We took Alt with the first pick, guys. So you might want to consider.
You want to put 2 receivers up there for him?
Yeah. So pick 72.
Yeah.
You want to do Malik Washington? Who else is there?
Tez Walker. Probably the range. I mean, I like Jermaine Burton a lot too. Jermaine Burton's a little bit of a hothead. He punched a fan last year. I mean, that's got to be.
Oh, dude, listen, fans deserve it.
That's right. Javon Baker. I mean, you could put any of these guys. Jalen McMillan. So, gun to my head, I'd probably say Tez Walker Bean. But you can. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay with any of them.
All right. Well, give me a third.
Go. You want a receiver, third receiver? Yeah.
Yeah.
Go Javon Baker. I like Javon Baker a lot.
All right, guys. Here you go. The poll is up.
This is an interesting one. This is
a couple of days ago, Ricky. I forget who you jammed with, man, but like I saw it in the chat. I was like, oh, I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna talk about that. And then whatever happens, and we're getting inundated with all kinds of chats and everything. And I never got there. So I just wanted to tell you, Ricky, I saw it. I was like, oh shit, that's awesome. But I forget what the fuck you were talking about. So you got to tell me again. Because you were already cool. I want you to know that. But I was like, oh.
Now you're real cool.
Yeah, he's even cooler, man. So yeah, Ricky, you're awesome, dude. You know that. We love you. So if you could tell me again so I know. What's Kareem Carson? He says you all say Milton is inaccurate when he went 64.7% in the SEC. Richardson was 53. Considered franchise first round quarterback. He's a first round talent. Yeah, whatever.
Milton? No,
Yeah.
I listen. He might. I'm not denying you, Kareem, that the fact that the numbers might be correct, but man, oh man, he is not NFL ready, in my opinion, and that's just my opinion. You can love him, and that's okay, dude.
Dano says, "Speak for yourself. Ricky sucks." It's the best.
Dano, is that what is it? What is it? Wait, can you put that back for a second?
Yeah, he's got a new show.
Does he?
I actually saw him. I think what did I see you with? Midnight Mike, or who was it? Dano, let us know. Oh, right. Okay, wait, real quick. Ron Weiss, our buddy, checking in. He says, "Good to see Dom's son on with GreenBean tonight. Goes in tight." Who the fuck is Dom's son? I didn't see. I hang out with Dom's sons on the regular, but it's like, talking coasters. But I don't know who he's. What are you talking about? Tigo? Jeremy? Who?
I don't know. I'm a little bit perplexed on that comment, but if it's a comment toward me, Ron, I agree with it wholeheartedly.
Yeah. All right. So the poll is over. Let's end it. Looks like Malik Washington. Thank you, Ron. Yeah, Malik Washington runs away with it, man. So you guys are getting Malik Washington. Well done. Well done. Oh, so Ricky says he jammed with Hank Sherman. That's amazing, dude. Hank Sherman, very famous for being one of the original members of Merciful Fate, Dom. Very big in Lake Hiawatha.
Yeah, don't know the if that's that death metal shit that you listen to, I wouldn't be able to
not everything, you categorize.
Yeah. Now I get it. Now I get it. Here we go. Dom's son, the clean shaven.
Oh,
now I get it.
Right.
Now that's witty. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this was an accident. I'm gonna be fully, transparent. I was just trying to, kind of just like trim her down a little bit, the beard, and the fucking clip fell off.
Yep. I get it.
It got caught on the hair and fell off, and then it just went straight up, and I was like, well, here we go.
I've been there, dude.
Yeah, it's the worst.
Yeah. So if the Jets here, I'll make some boasts, but if the Jets, like if Aaron Rodgers goes down, game 1 or some shit, I'll shave my beard. If we win the Super Bowl, I'll paint it green.
Yes. Well, the chat's back up, being at 111. And it started out Joe Walton, Malik Washington. And there's tons of different ways you can go here. Tons of different ways you can go.
All right. So what do they got?
Big board has kind of changed a little bit here, but they, Cam Kitchens is interesting.
Yeah.
Jarian Jones is interesting. Look how high they put some of these receivers. Remember Isaiah Davis was always like a 6th, 7th round guy? Now they got him up at 116.
Yeah, I've seen him moving up.
Braylon Allen, Tavondre Sweat down to 122 in PFS rankings.
Well, let's do this. Let's give them. We got safeties. We got interior offensive line that we need. Maybe some defensive tackles. So we got Cam Kitchens up there. Who else we got? Like, who's the interior offensive linemen that are floating around?
Let's give it a look. Zach Zinter. Bo Limmer, if you want a pure center, I think he's a real good one. And listen, it gets thin quick.
Yeah. All right.
I'm looking at the receivers just because I know a lot of people in the chat are saying it. You still got
Brendan
Jacob
Rice.
Cowan. You still got Brendan Rice. You still got Luke McCaffrey.
All right, let's put McCaffrey up there. He's fun.
Yeah, okay. And why don't you throw up 2 safeties, man?
All right, who's the other safety? Well, because that dilutes. If we don't have any
all right,
other,
you got one.
Give me a defensive lineman. Give me an interior.
Tavondre Sweat.
There you go.
Or quarterback. You want to put a quarterback up there? You want to look at him? You got Jordan.
No.
Okay.
Where are we? We're at the first
111. Correct.
Yeah, I think this is good.
Okay.
All right, we got 4 players for you. The poll is up. Let me start the timer for you fine fellas.
So, Bean, you coming up for the live show on Thursday up to Long Island, Farmingdale, Long Island. Are you coming solo?
I am.
You are.
My wife and kids are in Baltimore right now till tomorrow.
Okay.
So, I get all depressed and weird. I'm like, yeah, man, I can't wait till they leave. I'm like, oh, I'm going to have a great time by myself. And then within 6 hours, I'm like, so they come back. I get like, I don't know, a couple minutes with them and then I bounce. So, yeah, I'm not, they can't, it's like, I can't go to Baltimore because I'm working and everything. And then same thing on the back end for my wife. So it's just one of those things. I agree, Cadozi. He says Kitchens is a day 1 starter. I think that he's competition for Tony Adams. And he could very well beat him out. So is
Kitchens just his overall and I hate to use the word, but I'm going to, his overall bomb at the combine in regards to his testing, athleticism, all that stuff. He just didn't show well. Doesn't it kind of remind you of one safety that was coming out of Notre Dame a couple years ago who tested horribly and ended up being a pretty damn good safety?
Pretty damn good pro. Rookie team, all rookie team, that kind of thing. Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's like, you look at a guy for a couple years, his tape is stellar. And then he doesn't test well. And it's like, oh, he sucks. Like, I'm not one of those guys. So the poll is out. I understand why people would have some pause. Fuck. Hold on a second. Hold on.
I'm holding.
I got some potential threats. Hello. Hi, Bobby. Get in here, you two. Hi, guys.
He's
Hello, my two puppies. Hello.
greeting the dogs. You can't beat it. So, listen, I think there's a couple good options here for you guys.
Yeah, my dogs. I can't leave them in the house, dude. My one dog. As soon as I leave the house, she takes shoes. Today she chewed my my heated back thing.
Oh,
It's like I didn't even know it was still out. And she fucking found it. She chewed all the wires. It was, yeah.
You got to kill the
dog.
the,
I hear you.
the dog too, but the timer went.
Oh, did it? Okay,
It
here
did.
we go. Well, let's see what they pulled together. I didn't even look. Tavondre Sweat takes it home. All right, bring him on, Dom.
Tavondre Sweat, where are you? You big old son of a gun, you. There he is. Boom. And you got another pick chat coming up here, 134.
All right, pick 134. I think you guys are doing okay.
So far, so good. Jordan Travis is still there for all you quarterback whisperers. You
And
also
I'll throw him up there.
You also got Joe Milton for Kareem. He'll probably still be there for a while.
Yeah.
Is this running back range, Bean?
It definitely is.
Oh, man. The pickings are thin here. They
What do we
thinned
got?
out real quick.
They did. Look at that.
Yeah, man.
Rondo, but he, not the skill set that I want. Dylan Laub.
Yeah. Rasheen Ali is going to probably have to take a redshirt year because he blew up his elbow at the Senior Bowl, torn his bicep and everything else. The running backs got thin with this new with the new rankings.
Yeah, we got to adjust. So, all right, give me one running back. I mean, what about something on the heavier side?
Listen, Corey Schrader fits that bill. Here's the thing about Corey Schrader being. First off, if you don't know, I do a little research on him. I'm not saying watch his tape and something like that. It's good. 5'9", 210 pounds, can get those grimy stuff in the middle. Really, really good. I'm telling you to do the research. You're going to love his story, man. When you talk about a kid who fought against all odds and kind of make it, he's a 6-year senior. He's going to be 25 once the season starts. That's the thing,
Yeah.
He's a one contract guy.
That's all right. That's all we need.
Yeah, but like I said, if that's the build that you want that power profile, I'd go Schrader. If you want that speed profile, I'd go Garendo. And if you want kind of a little bit of both, I'd go Rasheen Ali.
All right, let's do Rasheen Ali.
Okay.
We'll do Rasheen Ali.
Yeah. You still got you got a lot of really good defensive players on there. Luke McCaffrey's still here. You could put him on there.
Yep.
Malik Mustafa in the safety room if you want to add a safety. Or did we add a safety? We didn't.
We didn't. No. And we'll do Malik Mustafa. And he is a safety. All right, guys, it's coming up. Nice array of choices for you guys. The timer is set. The dogs are chewing on each other's faces. Dom and I, we stopped doing that years ago.
That's right. That's right.
A lot of judgment. Yeah, hello. Hello, little puppies. Hi, guys. Hello, guys. I know with the puppies. I know. Okay. Running back Kendall Milton. I know. And look, we all have our guys. Rusty Spooner says get Steele later on. I am delighted that Rusty Spooner supports the Carson Steele. Yeah, because I think
phenomenon.
Once you get it past a certain wave of running backs, like I still like Garendo. There's a few guys here I'm not all that up on, but it's like I like Dylan Laub, or Lauby. I've heard it. I've heard it said. But there's a wave of guys I like. And then it's like, once you get past them, like I tell you all the time, I'm looking for lunch pail. I'm looking for guys. Yeah. We're not looking for a starter. We're not looking for a guy to be our bell cow. You're looking for a guy to come in and offer something that Breece Hall doesn't. And I think Carson Steele can get the hard yards, not his forte, but he's willing to throw it. He's a hammer. So he's willing to throw his body in there And I like him, man. I like the profile of Carson Steele, and you can get him in the 6, no problem.
So here's the thing with Steele that I will push back on is that he's profiling out in the NFL and he's working out for a lot of teams as a fullback.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Just call him a halfback and fucking call it a day.
Jordan Travis blew it away, huh?
Jordan Travis swallowed the competition. And I think that's great, guys. Go ahead and get him in there. Well done, chat. Well done. All
And
right,
now we got a little bit of a weight to 185.
I think we still look at running backs, we still look at safeties, and we got to add interior offensive linemen and punter.
Okay. And punters, yes. All right. So just looking at the overall board, there's still a good safety in Katana.
Yeah, Oladapo. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, let's put him up there.
You still, the running backs are still Kamani Vidal's there, Isaac Guerendo's there.
Let's put Isaac Guerendo.
Yeah.
There are 2 A's in that shit. I can't.
Yes, there is.
I don't know how to spell it.
Guer Endo.
Yeah.
Remember doing endos on the old Super?
I do. Behind Grand Union, dude.
Yeah,
That's where I did them. You ever fall on your face with an endo?
Oh man, I couldn't tell you how many times I fell on my face. I remember one time, honest to God truth, I had a green Super Goose, and I had a like a steel blue. It was beautiful. Haro. That was the dirt bike. And the Haro had those big pegs in the front, like not the little ones, but like those big ones. And man, I went heels right overhead over the handlebars, and I dropped straight down and chipped both of my front teeth right on the fucking peg.
Oh, it's so bad.
Oh man.
So bad. All right, so I got Oladapo and Guerendo. Let's look at an interior O lineman.
Mm-hmm. It's weak. Javion Cohen's an interesting guy. Layden Robinson's an interesting guy. CJ Hansen is a really interesting guy, but again, he's a small school project.
Yeah, I don't love it.
Yeah,
I would rather go with Cohen up top.
Let's look at the tackles and see if there's anybody that can bounce out inside. Yeah, Frank Crum. Yeah.
Dude, I in the Beanbagger Wednesday get together, we looked at Frank Crum, and let me tell you, we just watched some highlights. And dude, it's some of the funniest shit you've ever seen.
It's sloppy, isn't it?
Dude, I mean, and that's what I said. Like, he's athletic, he's fast, lots of potential, as far as his willingness to work and learn and his work ethic and all that shit. And he's huge, but boy, oh boy, is he just a sloppy mess. There was one play, Dom. He's at left tackle, and he just backs up and he decides to fucking use his shoulder. It's like,
yeah,
and it worked, but that shit ain't working against
Max Crosby.
Right, yeah. Exactly right.
Yeah.
Ain't working, dude. So he needs a couple years to simmer, But anyway, we can throw. Who do you got? Just tell me some names, man.
I don't know where you left off.
The interior offensive lineman.
Okay,
I'd love to. We got a running back. We got a safety.
Javion Cohen's an interesting one. I think this is a range. I think this is a range that's fair for him.
And then let me get the wide receiver. Who's there?
The pickings are thin here. Bub Means is interesting. Hayden Hatton is very interesting. I think he's got like a Denzel Mims skill set, like that height, speed, weight.
Yeah, we need that. Okay, so Bub Means.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, guys, remember, we're in the 6th round here, so don't get all bent out of shape. We got our quarterback. We got we didn't get a running back yet or a safety, interestingly enough, but we did get our defensive tackle. We got a wide receiver, and we got the best tackle in the draft, at least as far as the floor is concerned. While we're doing that, so the poll is up. I'm going to put the timer on, and I'm going to go ahead and take a look at this here super chat from our friend RB Gamer. Oh, wrong wrong thing. So RB Gamer checking and he says, if we pick at 10, what would it take to trade up to the second round? And how likely would it be? Well, go on, Dom. I see you took
No,
the breath.
I was just thinking about it, man. To come up, meaning you pick at 10 and then you want to get back into the second round, you're probably talking 72, 111, and maybe something next year. Something decent next year. That's at least what I would get without having the value chart in front of me. That would be my guess. Being 72, 111, and a pick next year.
I think 72 and 111, depending how deep you want to go. If you want to get into the back end of the second, I think 72 and 111 will get it done. But yeah, I mean, you don't want to overspend. Although we are going all in, it's still got to make sense. You can't be reckless,
All right. Well, let's look at it while this is going on. 72 is 230, 111 is 72. So that's 300 and change. That gets you probably as high as Houston at 59.
So there you go. And you could justify, there are teams that'll give you a little bit of, play, get up to 57, that kind of a thing. But the poll is over, everybody. So let's do that.
Katana Ladapo.
Yeah. All right. We got a safety. Not
good
bad.
one too. Good one.
Yeah.
I like him. He's physical, man. He's, he comes downhill hard. He fits. And look, Guarendo's still there, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah.
He's the guy that we put him up in the past 3 polls.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Okay. So what pick is this?
This is
203.
the 203, the pick that we got for Zachy Poo.
I love it. So Guarendo.
Yeah. Gabe Hall's still here. If you want. Oh, they took Devondre Sweat.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Carson Steele, throw him up there. That's your boy. Christian Boyd, if you want that big nasty to put next to, man, can you imagine 360-pound Christian Boyd next to 348-pound Devondre Sweat? Good Lord. That's scary. Elijah Jones is a guy, Bean, that I like a lot.
Okay, cornerback.
Yeah, he's a cornerback.
All right, that'll wrap it up.
Okay.
So here we go. It's out there. Now we got 2 running backs, so it's going to split. So Dano says Guarendo is how we beat Dom and Bean.
Yeah, not if we take him too, Dano. Remember, we were courteous enough to give you. We were courteous enough to give you the first pick, but now
Chaos doesn't like the safety we got.
Oh,
but that's because Chaos is, dude,
chaotic.
Look, between you and me, nobody else is in the room. He's kind of stupid, isn't he?
No, Jeremy's actually super intelligent.
Super intelligent.
If you said ugly, I might agree with you, but
super intelligent, Jeremy. What do you think of that?
How dare you?
That's good. I compliment Jeremy all the time, but I haven't used the word super yet.
Yeah. Oh, we lost Bean. I don't know what happened to him. There he is.
Yeah,
hey,
shit.
Back.
Sorry. All right, we're almost done here.
We got 2 picks left. This one and then Mr. Irrelevant.
All right, Guarendo's coming aboard.
Is he?
Yep.
He won big?
Yeah, 48% to 30% for Carson Steele. This was all running back.
Yeah.
So what do we got? One more.
We've Mr. Irrelevant.
All right.
Let's get her done.
All right. Okay,
and
guys.
We can go on to ours, which will be quick. All right. So right now, Bean, I'm looking here. Delmar Glaze is listed as a tackle, but I think he plays inside at the next level. So that could be your interior guy that we haven't drafted yet, right? You got Eddie Olafosio, who I talk about him every week. I think he's a great linebacker. Maybe not realistically, he'll probably go a lot earlier than this, but he is sideline to sideline speed. I think he's a guy similar to Quincy Williams in the making. So I would add those two for sure.
Right. So who else we got?
Let's look. I'm looking. We want to add another. You got Keaton Slovis. I'm kidding.
Yeah, stop it.
If you want to add another, well, let's look. You know what? What do we add there? Who do we put on there? Put a linebacker and what else?
We got Delmar Glaze and Olafosio.
Okay, so why don't we do this? Why don't we put 2 linebackers and 2 linemen? And
there you go. Okay, so who's your other lineman? Who's your
John Trey Hunter? He's a guy I like. Probably more of an outside kind of 3-4 base guy, but I think he's got the skill set that he can, adjust and play off ball. He's actually a guy that the Jets have talked to as well, so there's a little
something there,
little puff of smoke there.
All right,
and then
who we got?
Let's see in the interior here.
Algonquin,
Matt Lee, I like too, but Algonquin's your guy, so I'll default to you there. And you got CJ Hansen. I know you probably haven't watched a lot of him, Bean. I haven't either. I think I've watched one game because that's all I can get my hands on. But look at him, 6'6", 305.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, he's a
cool. Holy Cross.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Let up no sacks last year. 3 hits and 5 hurries.
Let up no sacks from the accountants and garbage men that he was going against.
That's right. Right guard. Gap guy. Big old power nasty MFer. So the poll's up.
Yeah, the poll's up, everybody. The timer is going. You got about 45 seconds left. Get your votes in. Rusty, make sure you get your vote in.
Rusty, what do you think about Delmar Glaze? I don't know if you've gotten into him or watched any of him. I'm curious. I know Bean liked him a little bit more than I did.
Yeah. Who are you asking, Rusty or Jets Chaos?
I was asking Rusty.
To say he sucks or something. Well, let's see. Does Mr. Irrelevant still get a free car? Does he?
Did they? Did they get a free? I know they got a free jersey that actually said Mr. Irrelevant and whatever number the selection was.
He's like, hey, thanks. That's really great. Thank you. Free car. That's a different story.
Thanks for insulting me, Mr. Irrelevant.
All right. It's over. Let's see what we got. I think this is a smart pick, everybody.
Delmar Glaze.
Yeah. Not bad for 257. I'll tell you that.
And like I said, he's a tackle listed, but I think he's a guard in the NFL. He's that's an easy transition for me.
Fine by me. Fucking get White suck off the team.
All right, so I'm not going to close this out, but I will review your draft with you here, guys.
Yeah. Well, let's save it till the end.
Okay.
Let's go ahead
and get into ours. Yeah. Let me do this.
Let's blow through this. We're going to be quick. We've been doing this a while now.
That's right.
We know what we're doing. No polls, no nothing. So, all right, your draft is in. We'll compare them at the end, everybody. And it's going to be fantastic.
And here we go.
Let's start this bad boy.
Start it. And you guys didn't trade, so we won't trade either. How's that?
Yeah, we'll do the same thing. All right, look at this. So Odunze's gone, right?
Yep. Joe Walt is gone too.
Joe Walt and
this is as chalky as it comes right here, man.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm all about the tackle, but I could see Brock Bowers, and I'm all about it.
I'm all about the tackle too, but I gotta say, and I'm not gonna try to convince you into it. I shouldn't say that. There's 2 tackles that I'd consider here that I'd be fine with at 10, and that's
Yeah, Latham and who else?
and Olu. Latham and Olu. Fatanu Fuaga, I'm fine with, but not at 10. I think that might be a little rich. But if you want to go Bowers, I'd be fine with that too.
Let's do a poll. All right. I would say, look, I would say tackle. Let's go ahead and take Olu Fashanu.
Okay.
Because the left tackle concerns.
Fine with me.
Yeah, let's do that.
Bada bing, bada boom. Now they're already into the lead. That's why we should have took
Ricky.
Bauer.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna put a proverbial fake bet out there for everybody. Malik Washington will not be there at our 4th round pick, 111. Not going to be there. I'm making that boast now. If you want him, you need to grab him. That's my thought. You want to trade back a couple picks, maybe, if that's what, fine. But I think if you want Malik Washington, and I think you should, you got to grab him right there at 72. You're not going to regret it. Value, aside, you're not going to regret it, dude. He's going to add something to the offense we don't have. I hear you, but I disagree.
All right, Beans. Well, we took Olafashano to their Joe Walt. So advantage chat so far.
Yeah.
We got to pick it up. We got to switch gears here.
Yeah, let's go wide receiver. What are you doing,
You got Spencer Rattlers there, man.
You're fucking nuts. I mean, I'm not against taking him, but if he's there in the 4th, I mean, I think you can't let the wide receiver crop diminish more.
Yeah.
This is right where it ends.
I'm going to listen, I really like Javon Baker. I think he's got inside-outside versatility. I think he can go up. He runs that slot fade perfect to the back end of the end zone. I love that. I think you can make an argument here for Jalen McMillan as well. He might be the best pure slot receiver left amongst here, and that's including Malik Washington.
Yeah. I don't love the Javon Baker. I mean, UCF spooks me.
Okay.
And, and that's not my only guiding force, but it just does. I think that he's going to more than likely take a sec.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're looking for somebody to come in and have some impact, I'm concerned about it.
Well, listen, I said my piece on Javon Baker. I think and I'm taking Malik Washington out of the equation just because I don't want to mimic what the chat did. So if it's between Jalen McMillan, Burton, or Tez Walker, I'm taking McMillan, man.
You're taking Jalen McMillan?
Yep.
All right, go ahead. Take Jalen McMillan.
Bada bing, bada boom. Now we're going to argue on this
huge erection. We actually still do. We gave them 256 in the Zach Wilson trade. If I have this correct, I'm fairly certain.
We did.
Yeah, we still have 257.
Yes, we did. So I'm just looking here. Bada boom, bada bing.
I'm all over Kenshin's.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Now I'm going to push back on a guy here I know that you're not going to like, but you got to trust me on this one.
Oh, Isaiah Adams.
You got to trust me on Cam Hart here. He's the pick. Now, listen, I'll say this. Mo Kamara, I could be talking to him also. He's very, very similar skill set to Bryce Huff. He's got a motor that doesn't end. If you want to go a different position outside of defensive back, if you wanted to double down at the receivers, I can be talking to some of those too.
Yeah, all right. Look, if you think Cam Hart's the value, but it's like, look,
you can also take Zach Zinter because you're not going to get him further than this.
No,
I'll tell you the one guy I don't want is I'm done with quarterbacks at this point. Once we get past Rattler, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm all about Jordan Travis, but it's fine. we can. I mean, the running backs is where I'm looking
That's
now.
right.
I don't want to
Okay.
go strictly need, but yeah, this is rough.
Yeah, we probably missed the boat. We should have took the running back. Should have took
Yeah,
Braylon
we
Allen
should have
instead
took
of.
Yep.
And way
I
to fuck
agree.
that up, Beans. Way to fuck that
Yeah,
up.
it's okay. We moved very fast.
Yeah.
Not that we're not going to use them. It's fine. It's good, but anyway, all right, go ahead. Take your fucking
Well, listen,
ridiculous and useless cornerback.
Bean, I can be talked at. I'm
No,
just telling you.
I'm with you. Go
He's
ahead.
I have him very high in this class. I love Theo Johnson too. See, that's what I'm saying. We should have took Braylon Allen, then we could have just followed up with Cole Bishop. What a steal.
Yeah, we would have done well.
Isaiah Adams on the interior is pretty good. Leonard Taylor, Mason Smith, if you want your big guy there too.
Take your guy.
All right, I will.
Yeah, take him.
Ooh, Christian Jones is there.
Yeah,
Hart.
wow. Okay. Huge erection. You made me do it. You made me do it.
Bada boom, bada bing, Bean. Let's look.
Where are we? 185?
Yeah, the receivers are washed. Interior.
I'll tell you what. Let's look at the what are you looking at? Defensive line here? Or
Yeah,
what?
I'm looking at the edges just to see who's there. I'm looking at the interior defensive line.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
McKinley
Yeah, let's go ahead.
or Gabe Hall. I'm fine with either of those.
Well,
You want your bigger guy in McKinley, or do you want?
Yep,
Your
I like McKinley. Yeah, I do. I like Gabe Hall, but I would prefer McKinley Jackson if he's
Okay.
there. Bada boom, bada bean. That's right.
Let's see if we could still take Gabe Hall if we wanted to. AJ Barner is not really the greatest skill set, just an average guy.
Hey, talk about running backs. Here we are, pick 203.
Well, all right. So you got.
Yeah.
You,
All right.
well, I'm not looking at Steele.
No. Dylan Laub.
Dylan Laube, yeah, I'd consider him. Or if you really wanted a true big bruising guy, that's Dylan Johnson, but he's slow, man. He's one speed.
Let's go with Dylan. It's
Laube.
I'll try to get Laube going. I like Laub.
Okay.
But it's like Fatanu. I can't let go.
Fatanu, yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
So,
here, if he's here, this is where I want to. Oh, they took Eddie Olafosio, you sons of bitches. Hang on, I'm just looking. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. You want to take the big guy? You want to take Hansen?
I would love to take.
Go ahead.
Yeah, a nice big offensive lineman right here.
CJ Hansen. Holy Cross.
All right.
Boom.
All right. So here we go, guys. We're going to look at ours and then we'll look at yours. And we just want an honest assessment. You just pick which draft you think was better.
And this is ours.
This is Domini's right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Olufashanu, Jalen McMillan, Cam Kitchens, Cam Hart, McKinley Jackson, Dylan Laube, CJ Hansen.
All right. So we got 2 tackles.
I think we got all the same positions, just about.
Yeah, we didn't get any interior, but that's okay.
Defensive?
No. Offensive line, but that's okay.
CJ Hansen. He's a guard, right guard.
All right, CJ. Okay, CJ Hansen. All right. So, all right. I mean, this is, what's interesting about this is that immediately they're going to be turned off because there are names on here they don't like. And they also don't like the cornerback in the 4th, which is, I can appreciate.
Get used to it. See, if we were smart, because we're not very smart, we would have went with the weapon in round 1 to be completely different from the chat.
It's okay. We went with what we thought.
Yeah.
So there it is. Now let's look at the chat's draft. That's ours. Everybody's already saying the chat.
And here's the chat.
All right. So yeah, Joe Alt, Malik Washington, Devondre Sweat, Jordan Travis, Oladapo at safety, Guerrero at running back, and Delmar Glaze. Dom, I'm almost
I'd say the chat. I'd say the chat.
yeah, I gotta say.
I'd say the chat. Even though I do like Cam Hart a lot better than Jordan Travis, you can make arguments that every other position it leans towards the chat or it's a wash at best. Maybe we got the better safety, but maybe they got the better running back. Maybe they got the better guard between Glaze and Hansen. Maybe they got the better. Well, they did get the better interior probably between Sweat and McKinley, even though I like McKinley Jackson a lot.
Yeah.
So,
well, I see most are saying the chat one.
yeah.
But right, dude. Look, the draft is really about your premium picks, right? Obviously, you can find gems and all that, and that's great. But it's really about that, those first 3 rounds, what you can do. Grabbing Joe Wall and Malik Washington, and then even with your first 4th following that with Sweat, I just think that's hard to beat. It really is.
Yeah.
It really is.
Hey, I will tip my cap to you guys, chat. I tip my cap to you right there, right now, because I'd probably take the chat one. I'd say the chat won this one as well.
Yeah. Now, to be honest, either one of these drafts, I'm not unhappy with.
No.
I mean, I've seen far worse. There are Jets drafts that have taken place that I literally was like, what the fuck is this? You know what I mean? It's crazy, like how off they could really be. But these both of these drafts, in my opinion, are pretty strong. But I also have to nod to the chat. I think you guys slammed it down and beat us.
Yeah. You know what? We didn't think it out properly. We jumped the gun on Cam Kitchens. We should have took the weapon at first. And then it would have been a different way to look at it. Different argument.
Yeah. Well, you know what happened, Hennessy, is that the weapons kind of went heavy in the top 10. So Odunze and Bowers went before 10. That's going to push somebody, that we're expecting to go top 10. And in this mock, it was Alt.
Yeah.
It can happen, dude. It happens all the time.
I tell you, though, I'm not going to lie. Again, I gave you my honest opinion. I'd probably lean Chad as well overall. But I love the combination of Cam Kitchens and Cam Hart, man. That would be filthy phenomenal.
No, and I do agree. I just, again, like all in, safety is the key, and offense, a defensive line, but like safety is the key hole that we have. Now, we brought Ashton Davis back, so it's mitigated to some degree. But yeah, man, I just don't want to see a cornerback. And you're right. Don't get me wrong. I know you're right. The Jets are going to absolutely be at least considering and likely taking one. I just really hope that we are able to get our offensive line, our wide receiver, our running back, all before we do that. Unless if we trade back and get a second, we can grab Nubin there. I know people are like, oh my God, why would you trade back and then because he's safety 1 on most boards. And if you can do that, like Tyler Nubin can play. If you needed him at strong safety, he would be a very, very good strong safety. If you need him to be that floater, ball hawk, he can do that too.
Yeah.
Like the guy, just put him out there wherever you need him. He's going to be an impact. And that kind of player, especially in the second, you just don't pass on it.
Yeah. You know what we needed in our draft, Bean?
What's that?
A fucking kicker. You always win. You win if you take a kicker.
Yeah, everybody loves it, man. And long snappers, kickers, that sort of thing. We need them.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, infrared's like this one where I think all of us do. And there's a few people out there saying Saw Sauer said our draft. Our draft is solid. And again, I think there are some just some names on there that we haven't been toying with too much. So it seems foreign. It's like, who the fuck is that guy? But I think our draft is strong too. I'd be happy with it.
Me too.
Yeah, Gitmo Bob. That's the thing. I mean, we set it up the same, but you never can tell. It's like, it's as close as we can get it.
Yeah.
The exact same players are never going to be there from mock to mock, but I hear you, but it's just impossible to control. And you guys beat us anyway.
Yeah, we tipped the cap to you guys, man.
Yeah. Right on. So I don't know. Look, guys, we're heading into this thing, man. This is it.
Let me ask you this before we wrap up, Bean. What's the one thing at 10 that'll make you react like you did when they took Sauce and no edge at 4?
Well, I'll tell you what. The real reaction of surprise and discontent was Mike McDonald. I do it all the time. Will McDonald last year. That was the truly blown away. So in a similar fashion, I would really be upset, disheartened, and disappointed if the Jets decide to go defense, whether that's an edge, an interior defensive lineman, or a cornerback. I'm going to be bent out of shape, man. I'm going to feel as though, they just don't get it, and I would be bummed. But, other than that, dude, if they take tackle, Bowers, wide receiver, I'm going to be happy.
Is there anyone on the offense that you would be like,
Well, I think if we stay at 10 and we take Brian Thomas, I'm going to be upset, or A.D. Mitchell for that matter. I just don't think that, and that's assuming Odunze or Bowers is there. I would have, I'll be upset. I'll be a little bit bent. Now, if they believe he's the right player and he's the guy, okay. I don't dislike either one of those guys. I just think they're reaching. Like, you should try to squeeze the lemon, get something, and go back. And you can still grab them.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about at this point at 10. I don't know if I'd be upset, but I'd be like, oh man, like if it's now or Fuaga, because I'm fine with the players. I like them. I just think 10's a little rich, just like you talked about with A.D. Mitchell and Brian Thomas. Like the players, probably too rich at 10.
And that's the value argument. Like, realistically, you can slide back a few picks. Even if you only get a fourth and slide back 2 picks, you're going to get the same guy. Yeah. So why not get the fourth?
Yeah. Yep.
And then you can use it to get into the second from the third if you'd like. So yeah, that's how I see it. Guys, that's going to probably do it. I want to say this has been fun.
As always.
No, yeah, I mean, really, it's one of my favorite things to do, too, Dom, truly. And it's a little bit bittersweet ending it. It's very difficult for me to do a 10 o'clock stream and perform adequately at work. I pull it off. I do. But tomorrow's going to be little tough, but I'm all prepping. I got a busy week, but it's like I'm all prepping for Wednesday. Right after work, I leave for Long Island, and I'm really excited to go up there. So, but as far as the 10 o'clock mock, guys, I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna miss you guys, and for this stream, and I'm gonna miss you, Dom. I feel like I'll never see you again. So I wish you well in your future endeavors. And and RB Gamer, I'm going to miss you the most, my friend. You and Bob, of course, and Ricky and Hennessy and Steve Larson and Dano and
Infrared,
Rusty, and all you guys, man, Max Power. Yeah, huge erection. It's always fun to say. But listen, that's going to do it. I want to just say, guys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. If you're listening on Twitter, consider giving us a sub or a follow, they call it over there. And don't forget to support Dom C, both on Twitter, DC_New York Jets on Twitter, and his YouTube channel, Project Prospect with Dom C. It's important, man. That's how we stay out here doing it. It justifies it to our wives, guys. If our wives look in here and they go, that's how many fucking subscribers. You're spending how many hours for that?
Yeah.
It's hard. If you want us to be able to go, no, look at the growth to the wives, and you got to help us. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, you guys are the best. Like and subscribe as is helpful.
Yeah.
And
guys, I don't do this often. I don't really promote the stuff I put out, but I mean this as a Jets fan. It's a really, really good podcast that I just put out today with me and Joe Blewett and Kyron Samuels from the Pull and Guard, Defiant Takes. Just really, really getting into the weeds on the top of this offensive tackle class. It's only about 45 minutes an hour. It was probably one of the best conversations that I had about the draft class all cycle. And it was just the three of us just nerding out, man. It was wonderful. So
yeah. And you guys, right? That's a great group to just sit there and dig in, like
and so if you haven't watched it, as a Jets fan, if you're interested in team O-line, like give it a listen, man. Give it a watch. It's fine. I don't care if you like it. I don't care if you subscribe, all that stuff. But from the fan in me to the fan in you, like I think this is well worth the 45 minutes. Yeah.
So, all right, we got a super chat to close it out. We got Aaron Daniels checking in. Thanks for the mocks, getting us to the draft, and all the work put into the draft, gents. Yeah, look, and I will. I'll tell you, whatever I do, whatever tape I watch, whatever I do, pales in comparison to that man right there, Dom C. He is quite literally spending far too much time.
That's right.
But we're grateful. We are the recipients. So look, Aaron, we're grateful for you, man. Like, you're here every week, and it's appreciated, dude.
And
so
on Monday, guys, we will be doing a 2025 mock draft here on the 10 o'clock mock.
There we go. Just fucking saying a bunch of jabronis nobody knows. Bill Evans. Dano says he's watching that next. Thank you, Aaron. But that's going to do it. That's going to do it, Dom. Let's get out of here. Thank you for a great 10 o'clock mock season. And again, thanks to the chat. You guys are the shit, man. With that all said, we will see you. We'll have some videos before then, but we're going to see you Thursday night. I hope you'll join us for the 5th straight year of the Talking Jets first round draft coverage. It's going to be a blast, man. And we're going to eat a wing for every pick, which is 32 wings. And, over.
Hot? You're going to do them hot? You're going to spice it up?
What do I look like to you?
I've seen you eat wings, and yes, you like to breathe fire.
I like to hurt my own feelings. It's a thing. I deserve it. I deserve it. But anyway, guys, with that all said, let's get out of here. We love you, and we're grateful. Now, you look, we'll see you. We're not going anywhere. Just this particular stream is over for the year, but thanks for everything, and we'll see you next time.
1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8.
Johnny Lamb Jones. Wide receiver. As a season ticket holder of the Jets, I'm going to fool Ken O'Brien of California Davis.
Obviously, the Jets know something that, the people up there don't.
Fullback. Hello. Roger Vick. Jeff Lageman.
Jets just don't understand the draft all about.
Blair Thomas, running back, Penn State. Johnny Mitchell. The New York Jets select tight end from Penn State, Kyle Brady. Vernon Golson.
Cleveland traded the 5th pick to the New York Jets. And with the 5th pick in the 2009 NFL Draft, New York Jets select Mark Sanchez.
D. Milner. Smith. Jets select quarterback Christian Hackenberg.
Sam Darnold.
The New York Jets select Zach Wilson.